What's up YouTube, PokePrimer here, and ready to deliver you our Week 2 Team Builder here in the NPBF. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 1-0 already. We're starting off the season strong, man. We are starting off strong, and I'm really happy with that. I think we played very, very well last week. Really solid victory to start off the season. This week, it's not slowing down, guys. Let me tell you, it's never slowing down here. We are taking on, what's his name? Logan and the Alabama Arcaniners. Sorry about that. He's got a pretty decent team, but some very key flaws that I'm going to point out in a minute. Alright. He has Ferrothorn, Victini, Mega Beedrill, Sylveon, Moltres, Pangoro, Omastar, Rotom, the regular form, Avalugg, and Drampa. His 3 Z-Crystal users are Moltres, Rotom, and Avalugg. I don't know why. He has Victini right there as a Z-Crystal Mon. He has Sylveon as a Z-Crystal Mon. He has Pangoro as a Z-Crystal Mon if he wanted to. Even Omastar would be better than Avalugg. But whatever. I'm not the one to judge. I'll let it be. But he's got a pretty interesting team. Hazard removal wise, he's got, I believe Omastar gets Rapid Spin, Avalugg gets Rapid Spin, and Moltres gets Defog, but Moltres is a terrible hazard removal, as well as Mega Beedrill getting Defog. But I'm not too worried about that, because outside of Avalugg, I see Avalugg as his only reliable form of hazard removal, and the only form of hazard removal he could bring to the matchup. Viably bring to the matchup. As for team composition, his team's good. His team's actually not the worst built, but it doesn't have much bulk outside of Ferrothorn, Avalugg, and Sylveon to an extent. That's pretty much all of the bulk on his team, the super bulk. The rest of the things are like, maybe have a little bit of natural bulk, but are squishy enough for me to break through pretty easily. So I'm not too worried about a lot of things. Plus his speed tiers. It's another week of the speed tiers just not matching up well at all. Where his fastest Mon is Mega Beedrill, sitting at base 145. His next fastest is, once again, down at base 100 with Victini. So he's still got that massive gap that I can toy around with, and I'm really going to toy around with. Trust me, I'm going to toy around with it. I'm going to do this again because I want to talk about him last. I want to talk about him last, and we're going to move him down to last, because he's my favorite set that I get to use. He's my favorite mod that I get to use every week, and I'm really excited about this set. It's particular. So, first thing we're going to talk about is this Garchomp set. This Garchomp set, max HP, 144 in defense, and 112 in speed with a relaxed nature. Now, we have a speed lowering nature, but we put speed investment. Why? Because I want to outspeed Sylveon. That's the key thing there. I want to outspeed a max speed offensive Sylveon if he brings it. Just because I want to be able to get damage off on that thing if I'm in a situation where I can set up rocks against it one way or another. Like, Garchomp's not the best member for this week, but it can do things for sure. I almost put Poison Jab on it, but I knew I wasn't going to be doing enough damage, so I decided against it. We have Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Fire Blast, and Toxic. Fire Blast is because there's two Mons on his team, actually, that can and most likely could switch in on my boy Garchomp here. Those would be, well, Rotom could too, but I'm not worried about Rotom at all. I don't think Rotom comes personally. Would be Ferrothorn and Avalugg. Fire Blast, 2 shots, both of them, just by not having a special attack lowering nature. That's all I have to do to two-shot both of them. So in order to fill both requirements, I had to invest in this way. It's probably one of the weirder investments I've done, but it works. It'll work. I hope it'll work. And being physically defensive like this with the rough skin Rocky helmet, this is my switch into Victini if it's seen to be fully physical and not packing potential Glaciate, as well as Mega Beedrill. This is my easy switch into Mega Beedrill. No move it does 2-hit KOs me, so I can easily switch into Mega Beedrill every single time and just chip away at its health throughout the matchup. It's a clean approximately 25% every time, because rough skin does 1/8, Rocky helmet does 1/6, so it's gonna do a massive chunk every time something touches me, which is really, really huge for the long haul of the matchup. So hopefully we can get that to work. I think it'll do a lot of work for the team. We'll see what happens. Next up, we have Get Melted, the Salazzle, making its debut for us this season. Expert Belt with Corrosion, of course, because it's the only ability you should ever run on Salazzle. It does get Oblivious, but fuck that stupid ability. At least in this at least for this mon. Like, this mon's ability is so much better. Toxic, Flamethrower, Sledge Wave, and HP Grass. The Toxic is there just because I want to Toxic things. I want to be, if I can force something out, I can get a free Toxic off on something. And, like, any of the things that want to come in against this don't really want to be Toxic necessarily. So, like, it's fine. Toxic's nice. Flamethrower, Sledge Wave, and HP Grass. I brought the HP Grass, even though I don't think Omastar is coming. I can't not have something to take care of the Omastar, and this thing can just kill Omastar for free with an HP Grass. So let's do it. Flamethrower and Sledge Wave just for dual stab, but it covers his whole team very nicely. Flamethrower will tear through Ferrothorn, Mega Beedrill, and anything that doesn't resist it heavily. Like, it'll tear through Avalugg easy. Sledge Wave will tear through everything. It actually 2-hit KOs Sylveon, even if it's max HP, because of the Expert Belt. It actually 2-hit KOs, which is really nice. It just does big damage to his team, which is great. I love doing big damage to his team. We have enough speed, of course, to outspeed Victini, so we can hit that thing hard with the Sledge Wave as well. Overall, really, really good set for this week. I like Salazzle. Salazzle's a good matchup here, so hopefully Salazzle can do some work. We have Nick Cannon, the Mega Blastoise here. Rapid Spin, Aura Sphere, Surf, and Dragon Pulse. I'll be completely honest. I put Dragon Pulse because I just didn't want to run Ice Beam, because I had no reason to run Ice Beam. So I just ran Dragon Pulse because I wanted... Dragon Pulse actually does more than Ice Beam. So, yeah, Dragon Pulse does more than Ice Beam to Drampa, if he brings Drampa. If not, then I just don't click Dragon Pulse. Surf and Aura Sphere are good enough to handle the rest of his team. Surf hits Moltres, neutral on Omastar, neutral on Rotom, Aura Sphere for Avalugg, Surf's neutral on Sylveon. Anything's killing Beedrill. Rapid Spin might kill Beedrill, to be honest. Victini doesn't like Surf. Ferrothorn doesn't like Aura Sphere. I believe it gets 2 or 3 KO'd, depending on the rolls. Yeah, it's a good set for this week. We ran mostly physical bulk, like 95% physical bulk, pretty much, just because of the fact of Ferrothorn could potentially throw off Power Whips. We wanted to take those as best as we could, as well as Victini. Outside, if it's a Scarf or Banded variant, we can switch in easily to a V-Create and maybe take advantage of that from there, hopefully. This thing can take hits from just about anything on my opponent's team pretty easily. I'm not too worried about it. Obviously, we're going to have to switch around a bit throughout the match because some things are just going to threaten me, but we'll get there when we get there, essentially. But that's going to be our Blastoise set for this week. Next up, we have Dr. Giro, the Registeel coming this week. Leftovers, clear body, of course. Max HP, 172 in SPDF with a careful nature. 84 in speed. That 84 in speed is, again, important because that is what outspeeds a min speed Sylveon. We have max speed Sylveon covered and we have min speed Sylveon covered. This way we can switch in on Sylveon and then threaten it with Iron Heads and actually do some damage to it. We have Thunder Wave because we would force that Sylveon out immediately. And I like forcing out Sylveons. So we can fire off a Thunder Wave, maybe paralyze whatever's on incoming. Unless he switches in the Rotom. But we can maybe get a paralysis on the Moltres, paralysis on the Victini, something like that, which would be really, really crucial for us in the long haul of the game. We have Rock Slide because that allows us to hit said Victini and Moltres very, very hard, as well as hitting the Beedrill super hard. We can eat any hit from the Beedrill. Drill Run does minimalistic damage to us at best, and its stabs don't do anything, so the adaptability boost practically doesn't exist. Against us, so we can definitely handle it without any real issues. I'm certainly not worried about Beedrill with this Mon. HP Grass is there. Again, I needed something for the Omastar, and being a SPDF variant, we pretty much shut down a Shell Smash Omastar and can just kill it with an HP Grass. So that's why I have that on the set. Even with a special attack lowering nature, like Omastar is super weak. So we can easily beat it, like no problem. Like, it'd be fine. Next up, we have Layers. And Layers is actually in an offensive role this week because this is my little hidden tech set. This is why I have Celebi as a Z user too, because Celebi can do some work as a Z Crystal user himself. We have Substitute, Ancient Power, Dazzling Gleam, and HP Fire. Now, first things first on my mind is the sub. Sub is, if I can force something out with Celebi, I go straight for the Substitute, and whatever comes in has to deal with whatever I'm firing off. Whether it is Mega Beedrill, Moltres, Victini, whatever comes in, because that's probably the only things that will come in on this. I'll get that sub up for free, and I'll be able to capitalize off of it. The Rocky MZ plus Ancient Power is there for the Victini, Beedrill, and Moltres as well. I can immediately click it as soon as they bring it in. If I'm behind, especially if I'm behind a sub, I'm in a good situation. I speed tile with Victini naturally. Otherwise, I'm faster than Moltres, and I need to be behind a sub to handle Beedrill. But still, the Rocky MZ Ancient Power will just one-shot those, which is really, really great. I really want to get the Continental Crush off on somebody. That'd be really hilarious. We got the Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam is there for the Drampa because it's literally the only thing I have to touch the Drampa on this Mon. And it also will help me blow away the Pangoro. The Pangoro could be a threat to us if used correctly, but I'm not going to let it be used correctly. So, ha ha ha. And then we have HP Fire because the Ferrothorn could wall us regardless otherwise, and I'm not going to let that happen either. So, yeah. Love it. So that is the set. I really, really love this set a lot. I really love, absolutely love Celebi in this matchup. Celebi has a lot of potential to do some really crazy good things in this match. So really hoping that I can make this shit work. I'm really, really wanting to get Celebi to put in work for me this week. Yeah, fingers are crossed. Fingers are crossed for this one because it's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be a good match. Oh wait, I may be forgetting that the most important of all of the Pokemon I'm bringing this week, and that is I'm in love with Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko here, ladies and gentlemen. We are running a Scarf Koko set this week. Naughty Nature, max attack, 120 special attack, with 136 in speed. With this speed investment, we outspeed the Victini, which is his second fastest mon. His fastest being his Mega, so we outspeed the entire team with Scarf Koko. Amazing. With max attack and a Naughty Nature, we pretty much one or two shot everything on his team, barring the Ferrothorn. Yeah, barring the Ferrothorn and the Avalugg. Which is why we have Volt Switch over U-Turn, because if we had U-Turn instead, we would be walled by the Avalugg. But at least with Volt Switch, we can get in on the Avalugg, and we do at least 50% like minimum to Avalugg, which is really awesome. I'm really, really happy about that fact. Wild Charge just one-shots things. Brave Bird just one-shots things. I packed the Brave Bird just because I wanted Brave Bird. I didn't need Brave Bird, but it's nice to have. I don't know. I just packed Brave Bird on there because I could. I guess I just decided I wanted to hit Beedrill super effectively, but I don't need to. But hey, whatever. Then we have Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam is there because of Pangoro, specifically just for Pangoro. We can get in a situation where Pangoro comes in, or we get in against Pangoro, and we can, like, he thinks, oh, he doesn't have Dazzling Gleam because he's a physical set. Oh no, I got this, guys. And then I click Dazzling Gleam and he dies, and it's just, well, alright, you're sad now. It could be a really, really funny moment. I hope it happens. If not, like, we don't really need Dazzling Gleam. If he doesn't bring Pangoro, it's not necessary, but it's still nice to have it to cover for that weakness. Anyways, so that is their team for this week, guys. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like as well. And subscribe if you have not already. I'm going to get out of here. Till next time, guys. I'm PokePrimer, signing off.